The Center for the Intrepid is a 65,000 square feet multidisciplinary rehabilitation center for our severely wounded, polytrauma, burn patients, amputees, extremity trauma. It opened in 2007. It was proffered from the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund, and then the government took it over in 2007, and we've been open ever since. We're an outpatient rehabilitation facility. This is the only Army Advanced Rehabilitation Center for the Army. There's another amputee care center at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, and then there is a center in San Diego, California for the Navy. I'm the leader here, and there's a program manager and a senior administrator. So we essentially, and there's a medical director who's an orthopedic trauma surgeon. So, and the trauma surgeon and I are the active duty folks, and then the other two leaders are civilians. So our day-to-day job as leaders is to keep this facility running and to manage all of the little components of the occupational therapy, physical therapy, prosthetics and orthotics. We have a military performance lab which does millions of dollars worth of research every year. And we have case managers, we have a physical medicine and rehabilitation doc, a physician assistant. We kind of spin the plates every morning and get things going, and we have lots of administrators who book our patients, make the appointments, reschedule them, keep our clinics going. We have an interdisciplinary clinic once a week, so every patient gets seen by their interdisciplinary team. And the other thing that happens on a daily basis, we also have a health psychologist. So pretty much everything you could think of, every subspecialist that's involved in rehabilitation care, we have one of them at least in this building. The other thing that we have that we do from the leadership standpoint is we are operating a performance optimization warrior enhanced rehabilitation program. So we're kind of launching that, and as leaders we're setting the pace of that and developing the programs that fall underneath that, and collaborating with our researchers to make outcome measures so that we can see if the way that we do business, which is getting people back to real life, if it's exportable. And we're measuring that through our performance optimization program. And if we can track these outcomes and show that the way that we do business is the way to do it, then other centers can borrow our modules, and we can help make rehabilitation care better for across the board, even into the civilian world. Immediately before this, patients still got their care, but it was not coordinated care. So they did get physical therapy, occupational therapy, prosthetics and orthotics. They saw the doc, they saw the surgeon, obviously. I'm kind of going backwards order. But patients got their care, but it wasn't coordinated. The therapists weren't able to talk to the docs as easily as it is happening now. There wasn't a case manager in charge of their care to coordinate all those little administrative things. And they certainly weren't all those providers in the same building, sitting around the same table at least once a week. So the fact that our physical therapist can make a phone call one floor down or run down the stairs and talk to the orthopedic surgeon, this makes life very efficient in the rehab world. Before that, then patients we didn't know what we know now about the need for rehabilitation. There's been so many advances through the war, and they say that the only thing that comes out good from the war is advancements in science and technology and in medicine. And in some ways that's true. At least it's partly true, and we have a lot of the fruit of the invested labor and the seeds planted over the last decade from people that had a passion to do care better. And some of that fruit we have, for example, we have the Intrepid Dynamic Exoskeleton Orthosis, which we call it IDEO for short. And we put the word Intrepid in there because the prosthetist Ryan Blanc, who developed it here at the Center for the Intrepid, wanted to maintain the name Intrepid to capture that warrior spirit. That's what we're trying to do, is capture the warrior spirit. So this IDEO is for our patients who have lower extremity limb salvage. In other words, their limb maybe could have, should have, would have been amputated, but because of advancements in surgery and in rehabilitation, their limb was preserved. And now they have this orthosis that they can wear called the IDEO that allows them, it does some fancy things with the placement of their foot, and it has these carbon fiber rods that restore some movement and takes movement that they're missing from their ankle and puts it in their calf muscle so that they can actually walk again. Some of them even can run again. But to be able to give that back to a patient through advancements in technology over the war, this is huge. As quality of life improvement for them. That's just one example of an advancement, a big stride, sorry about the pun, but it's a big stride in rehab medicine.